Well, good evening, guys. It's Martin here from Martin's Holiday Village. Hope you're all well. And we're trying a new camera this evening, so you can let us know what you think. We're actually just seeing if it looks a little bit better in some new lighting. So we are live this evening, as we always are, to bring to you a fabulous travel partner of ours, which is Wendy Wu Tours. Now, I'm sure she would rather be in Japan or China or somewhere like that, but she is in the Northeast, and we've got, I'm sure, I've lost my voice. Sorry, guys, bear me a second. Well, that wasn't good. We've got Sandra over in the Northeast. Are you there, Sandra? Sorry about that.
Oh, hello. Good evening. Yes, and I am in the Northeast, not in Japan or India.
Wouldn't we just love to be somewhere like that now?
Absolutely, most definitely. But hopefully not too long, and we'll all be traveling again.
That's it. You're right. It's getting closer and closer, isn't it? You know, this new roadmap and things, which is all positive, all positive.
Oh, I absolutely do hope so. It's been a long time, and we've all kept incredibly busy planning for the future, ready for when all the corridors and borders open again. And it does feel like it's starting to move. So we've got to be positive and excited for the future.
We have. Oh, we've got a bit of echo there. I don't know why that's doing that. Hopefully it'll go away. So Sandra, you come to talk to us, my lovely clients who are all starting to join in with us now, about Wendy Wu Tours and the fabulous places that you are promoting and where you go to, which is really exciting, because they are beautiful tours. They really are, and very immersive, and take you into the cultural heart of like all these wonderful destinations.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening, and good evening to you all. So, yes, I really hope I can transport you and inspire you to look forward to future travel, certainly with Martin, with Wendy Wu Tours.
Brilliant. Guys, so I'm going to hand over in a couple of moments to Sandra. She's going to tell you everything and inspire you to get one of these bucket list trips booked. But in the meantime, as always, if you post your comments left, right, up or down, wherever that may be, whatever device you're on, we will answer all the questions at the end of the presentation. Don't forget to click the alarm bell at the top of the page so you don't miss any of our live shows. You'll be reminded of every time I'm coming live for you. And I'm going to hand over to Sandra now, who's going to tell you everything that they've got and inspire us. And I'm going to sit here and have a glass of wine and dream of these wonderful destinations.
Okay, let me just share my screen with you. Let me know when you can see it, Martin.
Just waiting. It should be coming through. Not yet.
Not yet. Let me just try and reload that then.
We love technology. I mean, who'd have thought, 18 months ago, we'd be bringing holidays to your sofa direct, It's just like, wow.
Yeah, unbelievable. Give me just a moment because I'm just loading this back up again for you.
Guys, I've got a new camera today. Let me know what you think of the view, because I've had more of a widescreen view the last few weeks. So I've got a bit more close up. So let me know, do you want to see me close up or not? We got some new lighting. So let us know what you think. And we love your thoughts and comments as always. Here we go. Something's coming through.
I think it's coming through now. Okay.
Let's have a little look. Yeah. There we go. So over to you, Sandra. We will leave you to inspire us all of all these wonderful destinations in the world, and we'll catch up with you shortly.
Perfect. Lovely. Thank you so much. And again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for taking some time out to join us this evening. And I hope you're all keeping well and sit back and relax over the next, about 30 minutes. And I'm just going to introduce you to Wendy Wu Tours and what we're all about at Wendy Wu Tours, and hopefully inspire you to travel with us in the future. So let me tell you just a little bit about Wendy Wu Tours and a little bit about the company. Well, we are UK #1 Asia tour operator. We take more touring customers to China and Japan than any other tour operator. Now, all of our tours are fully inclusive. So everything that you see that Martin would go through with you on our website and in our brochures is all included. So that's your international flights, predominantly 4-star accommodation. All of your meals are included, and what's wonderful on a Wendy Wu tour is that you will really experience the local authentic cuisine in every region that you travel to. We include all of the internal travel and also all of the experiences. And again, we do include so many experiences for you, so you really do get close to the destinations. And we really want you to see the destinations like a local, and you'll go to, as I say, the best restaurants, the best sites, but also some of the areas that you would only really know to go to if you had excellent knowledge of the area. Now, we do include all of the visas because some of the destinations we travel to do require visas, and we include that in the price. And I'm really proud to say for 10 years now, we've actually won the best long-haul specialist tour operator. So I hope I can really share with you why Wendy Wu continually receive that top award. We've got the 5-star ratings on TripAdvisor, 97% customer satisfaction on FIFO. So I really do want to share with you what makes our tour so fabulous, and the difference of traveling with Wendy Wu Tours. Now, in front of you is our full brochure range. So we do have a really extensive range of tours out there for you. And of course, we've been incredibly busy through lockdown, and we've added further tours. We take feedback constantly to improve tours. And with the pent-up demand, we've extended some of the durations of tours, because we are finding, because we haven't been able to travel for a little while, customers are booking for 2022 and into 2023, and they're wanting longer tours, taking in even more destinations and more experiences. So a huge product range out there for you. Now, our touring styles, we've got the touring styles listed there for you. So let me just explain what they mean. Our classic tour is a fully inclusive tour. The only things not included is the tipping and also some of your drinks. Now, that tour group size is a maximum of 28. Now, our Go Beyond tours will take you a little bit even more off that beaten track and get to areas that really haven't been visited massively, a little bit more unique. You'll get a little bit more leisure and free time, and the group size is even smaller at just 18. Now, we also do solo departures, private tours, tailor-made, and group tours as well. So our solo departures, I mean, a tour is wonderful as well if you're a solo traveller. And we do have dedicated departures just for solo travellers. But solo travellers are welcome and made very welcome and really well looked after on every tour with Wendy Wu Tours. But we do have some dedicated solos. And again, Martin can guide you to which tours and which dates they travel. Now, with the solo tours, we don't use any single rooms. It's all double room for sole use. You've got your VIP transfers to the airport within a 50-mile radius. And also we include the lounge, and we've got that full solo community to travel with like-minded travellers. Now, group tours, if you're part of a group, this is incredibly popular as well with Wendy Wu Tours, that you can actually travel in a group with your party, and that has the size of that group is 10 or more, and we can actually do that as a group for you. And actually, if Martin wanted to join you in the group, we could Martin could be included in that group with you. So again, we do lots of bespoke, tailor-made. You can have extensions on our tours or stopovers. We use all airlines. So again, we can be quite flexible, as you know, if you wanted to stay with family at the end, or you wanted time at the end of the tour to explore on your own. Now, what I'm going to do this evening is just take you through some of the highlights of our top tours, which are in our brochures. So it will be just a whistle stop through, as I say, our top tours. So China, as I say, we are market leaders out in China. Wendy, who is our leader in the business, is very inspirational, and she actually started out in China 26 years ago and originally in Australia. And within 2 years, she was actually market leader out in China. She's brought the business to the UK, which was 20 years ago, and we are leaders out in China as the touring company as well. She handpicks all of our tour guides and is really involved in putting the tours together. So again, this is what makes us very special, because we really have the best guides out in the business, and the detail of the tour is overlooked by Wendy herself. So these tours are really a fantastic quality and a great experience for you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, our most popular tour currently to China is the Wonders of China. Now, this itinerary will encompass the natural and the man-made wonders, from that magnificent Great Wall to the mighty Yangtze River. And we'll really take you on this tour on a comprehensive journey through China's most iconic sites. So you'll see both the ancient and the modern sites, and you'll really experience everything that this fast-paced and bustling city has to offer. But you will also enjoy the countryside, and we'll take you, as I say, to some of the areas that, again, we really feel you should see on our tours, that we have got that level of knowledge and information to share with you. Now, again, one of the differences on a Wendy Wu tour, you've seen that picture of the Great Wall of China with nobody on it. That's not the reality in China. When you go out to these destinations, the sites that we take you to are very busy, they're very popular. Now, in order for you to get that best image and best photograph and best experience, you really have to go to the quieter places. So on the Great Wall, we don't go where it's really touristy. We'll take you to the Badlands section, and we'll get there early in the morning. So you will have that authentic experience, and you will get that amazing picture and shot, and bring back the wonderful memories. And again, the pace of the tour is really important. So if we feel you need a little bit longer in a destination, we'll make sure that the tour gives you that, in order you're going to see the wildlife and all the wonderful things that are there for you to experience. So a wonderful destination to share with you. With a lot of our tours, you'll have a little bit river cruising in, which will bring the pace down to a little bit more relaxation for you. And as I say, enjoy the tour. So that's our top tour for China. Now, moving on to Japan, and this has been a huge success story for Wendy Wu Tours. And we are taking a huge amount of customers out to Japan, not obviously at the moment, but we had such a lot of customers book that have had to move to 2022 because they haven't been able to travel out there for the last 2 years for the cherry blossom season, which is one of the most popular times of year to travel to Japan. But not just cherry blossom, it's beautiful in the autumn for the autumn leaves and the autumnal colours. It's also great in May time. There's the Shizabukuri festival, and it's a popular time of year to go. You've got the wrestling, the sumo wrestling in September. You've got the ice festivals right in the north in the winter. And again, it's a magnificent, fascinating land to travel to. And in your lifetime, Japan certainly we would recommend to be a destination on your list to do. Now, Japan Uncovered is our most popular selling tour. And when we started out with this tour, we only had a couple of departures, and it sold so quickly that now we've got almost 30 departures on the Japan Uncovered tour. And again, during lockdown, we've added further tours to Japan. So this is a 17-day tour. And this will give you, again, a real comprehensive journey through Japan, seeing those extensive classic sites. But we have put an 11-day tour on, packing in as much as we can for you if you don't have as long as the 17 days. And also for customers who really want to do a whopper of a tour, we've actually put a 21-day tour, which covers right through Japan. So that is an amazing tour as well. So what I'm sharing with you tonight is just a flavour, but we do have a huge, extensive range of tours to these destinations, and I would really encourage you, if you want some more help with them, just to get in touch with Martin, and he'll help you choose the right tour for you. Let me share some of the highlights of this tour of Japan. It really is fascinating. You'll see the modern cities, the historical sites, the beautiful landscapes, and this tour you'll really get such a lot out of the trip. Now, there is 4 islands in Japan, and this particular tour is focused around the island of Honshu, and the tour starts with a visit to Osaka, and you can see that beautiful famous castle in front of you. And in this area again, you'll experience and certainly some wonderful street food. And in Osaka, they do the giant savoury pancakes, which is called Okonomiyaki. And these are actually made of cabbage, and they're filled with pickled ginger, octopus, and it's a delicacy in this region of Japan. So as I say, you won't be in the hotels in the evening having buffet food. You will be really sampling the range of the cuisine, what these wonderful destinations have to offer. And when we travel to Takayama, you've got again the famous delicacy. There's the Hida beef. So you'll enjoy the delicacy there. And as I say, in lots of the places you visit, you'll have different cuisine experiences. And out from Osaka, you'll visit, it's great for a day trip, and we take you to Nara, where you'll visit and again get really up close to the wildlife, the deers, the animals, and all of this is included in your tour. You'll have the opportunity to feed the deer, and as I say, get close to the wildlife in these destinations. And we'll visit the famous Himeji Castle. And this again is one of the 12 famous castles. These are World UNESCO Heritage Sites. And the gardens in Japan are beautiful as well. And you'll really get to sample and see the wonderful notions of the gardens out in Japan. We'll take you on to Hiroshima, and you'll visit the Peace Memorial. And sadly, this was where the bomb was dropped during World War II. But it's a peaceful setting. And again, these are the areas we visit. Miyajima, which is the giant torii gates that look like the Floorton on the water at the high tide. And these actual gates are the Japanese Shinto shrine, which marks the official boundaries between the human and the spiritual worlds. And again, the guides have so much knowledge that they'll share with you, that you really will understand the history, and that knowledge you'll bring back. And it does really make sure you get so much out of these tours. You'll travel by all modes of transport. So the bullet train in Japan is the famous way to travel. These reach amazing speeds of almost 240 miles per hour. So again, you'll experience bullet trains, cable cars. So whatever transport in the destinations. Again, lots of different options that we use. And you'll travel to Kyoto, and you'll actually go by bullet train on this tour from Hiroshima to Kyoto, and it's about a 2-hour journey. And Kyoto really is the epitome of Japan, where you'll see the traditional temples, the shrines, the gardens. You'll see the geishas in this area, and there's about 100 geishas in Kyoto. There's only about 1,000 geishas in the entire land of Japan, but you will again witness the geishas in this area. Wonderful restaurants, and this is also where you'll also have that tea ceremony, which again is another great tradition in Japan. We'll take you to the Gold Pavilion, and the first 2 floors of this wonderful pavilion is covered in gold leaf. So again, another stunning sight. Of course, we'll visit the snow monkeys, and you'll see them bathing in the hot springs and get again really close to the snow monkeys, and they're quite fabulous to watch them in the natural habitat. And of course, you will enjoy your own onsen and hot springs without the monkeys. We'll take you, of course, to that fascinating site of Mount Fuji, and you'll take a cable car up to the 5th station, and you'll be rewarded with the most spectacular views, stunning scenery. We'll cruise along Lake Ashi, and again, this is all included in your tour. We'll visit that cutting-edge capital city, and this is again a fascinating place to visit, where you've got the neon lit skyscrapes, and you've still got all the shrines and such fascinating sights to see. This also has the largest Starbucks in the world, so you can people watch, because over 2,000 people are crossing these crossings at any one time. And they've got one vending machine for every 23 people. And you can buy pretty much anything on these vending machines, from a cooked chicken to actually, it appears you could buy a smart car. You would get the brochure, you don't actually get the car, but again, it's so much to experience. And again, our encounters that you will do on all of the tours are included. So, as I said, the tea ceremony, where you will you will be involved in the way of the tea and witness the preparation. And this is again a cultural activity out in Japan, but so many experiences. We've got the fan painting, origami making, the wooden sake cups on some of the tours. On one of the Japan tours, we've got the sumo wrestling tickets included. So again, depending on the time of year you go, is to what would be included, as to what is actually happening in these destinations. So some of these old age traditions, and you'll be very involved. And again, this really does bring the group together and really does highlight some of the wonderful activities that you'll experience. The soba noodle making. And then I'm going to touch on some of our other destinations. So I'm going to move on to Southeast Asia. And this is one of my favourite places. And again, we've got tours in Southeast Asia that cover, in our Southeast Asia programme, we're covering Borneo, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Myanmar, Philippines, Thailand and Vietnam. And again, all of those wonderful cultural history sites we'll take you to. As you can see on the screen in front of you, you've got Angkor Wat, which again is a fascinating area to meander through all of the temples. You'll take a cruise along Angkor's Moat at sunset. And again, these are just some of the things you'll experience on a Wendy Wu tour. Now, I must share with you, we've got a brand new ship on the Mekong Delta River, Victoria Mekong, and she just made her maiden voyage in December 2019. So sadly hasn't been able to sail very much at the moment, but she is a beautiful vessel. So again, you can do some touring with that river cruise. We do the 3 nights upstream or the 4 nights downstream, and she is a 4-star luxurious cruise ship. The cabins are 33 square meters, full-size balcony. And what I really love about Victoria Mekong is she sails on the non-industrial part of the Mekong River. She starts at Kanto Harbour and goes to a much more immersive route. And when we visited some of the islands, you'll get really close to the exhibits on the islands. This is the Floorton Market, and it's amazing what the locals are selling. You'll visit silk villages. You'll see the locals making the incense sticks, the wooden carvers. And I actually took this photograph just off my iPhone, and these were 2 young girls playing on the river, catching toads in their bucket. And where the island that they're actually living on, they'd never seen Westerners on the island before. So when I say to you, we really do get close to the culture and the real local way of living. The tour really will bring that alive for you. Now, in our India programme, again, I'm just showing and highlighting some of the areas we cover. So in our India brochure, we've also got tours to Bhutan and Sri Lanka. And this is our most popular tour currently for India. It's our Inspiring India tour. And this tour does cover the Golden Triangle, but it covers so much more than the Golden Triangle. You'll visit Ranthambore, and you'll do 2 nights here. And again, on a Wendy Wu tour, it's really important that we stay close to the sites you visit, so you haven't got to travel a long distance to get to these destinations. And in Ranthambore, we'll do a safari in the morning and in the afternoon on both days, because it's so important for us we take you at the right time of year to actually see what we've taken you to see. So you want to see those great Bengal majestic tigers in Ranthambore, and you've got a much better chance of seeing them when the tours are paced and when we visit at the right time of day, the right time of year, and you're staying in the right location as well. So as I say, this tour, you'll see hopefully the tigers on the safaris, the wildlife, the beauty of these areas, and you'll really see sights, sounds, smells that you've never experienced before. And I'm just going to move on to our last 2 brochures, and again just highlight what we cover touring in these brochures. So for Central Asia, this is a fascinating area, and we've got popular tours here, including the road to Samarkand, which covers a large part of the Silk Road. And again, we're visiting some of the most wonderful areas. So Georgia, you've got the beautiful monasteries and churches, and it's a deeply Christian country. One of the tours that really fascinates me is the Mongolia Nadam Festival. You actually visit the festival over the 3 days. So again, when the tour dates are set is when the festival is taking place. And this is a go beyond tour. So on this tour, there's so many highlights where you'll visit a Mongolian family, you'll stay in the Gobi Desert, and you'll stay in ger camps. So some of the accommodation that you stay in is a little bit more unique as well. And you'll get really close to the nomadic communities You do have private facilities, by the way, so that is included on your Wendy Wu tour. But the Jer camps you'll really feel like you're very close to the nomadic life out there. The ultimate Uzbekistan and the road to Samarkand I mentioned. And also new for Wendy Wu, we now have tours to the Middle East. And again, what's quite fascinating about these tours, not only the destinations are fascinating, they cover some wonderful areas with some of the best sites in the world. These tour dates are set so you could actually take these back to back and link them together, so you could visit these destinations together. And then our Latin America brochure, and again, this is another fascinating area. And we've recently added Antarctica, which I'll touch on as well for you. So in this brochure, one of our really popular tours is the Chile top to toe, which you can see in front of you. Now, Chile being the longest and most narrow country in the world, it stretches north to south over 4,000 kilometres. So you're going to experience very different climates. So creative packing is needed on this tour. You'll visit the Atacama Desert in the north, which is the largest dry desert in the world. And you'll travel the entire length of Chile. And it is a 14-day fascinating tour with the barren beauty of some of the land, and also seeing Patagonia, the glacier cruises. So again, just such amazing destinations. Now, you could visit South America and revisit it many times to cover this vast area. Now, this particular tour, it was put together so you can actually visit the different countries in Latin America on your Wendy Wu tour all together. So we actually, on this, again, thrilling tour, you'll visit Peru, Bolivia, Chile, Argentina and Brazil. So again, we're really seeing pent-up demand to experience so much more moving forward, because we've missed out really the last couple of years, or last year. And I'm just going to touch on our two new destinations for Wendy Wu, which is Antarctica. And this surely has to be the last frontier of travel. It's the Earth's southernmost continent. And we've teamed up with Quark in this area. And they've been, our partners here have been exclusively exploring the polar regions for 3 decades, longer than anybody else. And they're the leaders in polar adventure, and they are committed to taking our travellers beyond the ordinary and outside the predictable, and you will get so close to the nature and the wildlife. They have expertise in polar history, biology, wildlife conservation and glaciologists. So again, another amazing destination for you. And very lastly, through lockdown, our wonderful team out in New Zealand, have always had tours for locals out in New Zealand, but they've brought these tours to the UK. So we're now covering New Zealand, where we've got 3 tours. You've got the Hidden Gems of the North, the Hidden Gold of the South, and you can actually run these tours back to back and do them together also. Now, with New Zealand, again, we visit all of the main classic sites, but on a Wendy Wu tour, again, we want to take you to undiscovered places, places that our guides really do recommend and know you'll have a wonderful experience. The food is a big focus on this tour, and also the standard on the New Zealand tours is a 5-star standard. So I do hope I've been able to share with you just a little bit about what a tour would actually bring for you. You really will get experiences of a lifetime, and that's some of our guests enjoying the experience of a Wendy Wu tour. And that's our inspirational leader on the slide in front of you. That's Wendy on one of our tours. Now, our guides, I have mentioned, our guides are truly fantastic. And as I say, it is really their knowledge that brings these tours to life as well. And we get customers that will say to us, I was on a tour last year, and it was Daisy who was escorting the tour. Which tour is she doing next year? Because I really want to be on her tour. And this is the sort of relationship that is built up with the tour guides. Now, of course, because we're on the sofa with Martin tonight, we're bringing you some great offers this evening. So if you do feel inspired and would like to join us on a tour, you can actually book your place on any of our tours currently with just a £99 deposit. And we've got flexible booking conditions, so you can make a change to a tour free of charge. And we've just for the month of March got our very popular and famous business class upgrade offers back for the month of March. So again, you can travel in amazing comfort with business class. It is free on some of our tours, and it's a smaller supplement on some of our other tours. And an exclusive for this evening for you, if you were to book a tour by the end of March, we're actually putting a further £100 saving on, just to thank you for joining us this evening. And so that's all I'm going to share with you today. I'm sure in the future I will share some more in-depth knowledge of the tours, but I hope that's given you an overview and a little bit insight into why Wendy Wu Tours have for the last 10 years been voted the best long-haul specialist out in the market. So I'm going to come back to you, Martin.
Wow, Sandra, my bucket list has just gone woof. Buy me on so many that I want to do. I'm 47. I don't know if I'll get them all in time. So,
yeah.
Wow.
And you must be so well travelled, Martin.
Well, I've been to quite a few places in the 20 years I've been in travel.
Yeah.
So, but it's great because it's very immersive, in the culture side of things. It's just what you want. You don't want to go just to the tourist places, do you? You want to see the real Japan or the real China. And
yeah, and I think what you've got to remember in a lot of these countries, certainly China, Japan, the English isn't very well spoken. So all of our tour guides are fluent in English, and we have our tour guides, but we have national escorts and local guides. So in the areas where you need even more local knowledge, we actually have that as well, and that really does separate a tour from, and to really understand and enjoy the destination you've gone to.
You need that the local flavor. Somebody local is going to give you the history of what they know, and things that somebody who wasn't local mightn't even know, and it's going to be their own personal experience of living in that country or that area of that country. So it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I always say if you came to visit me in my hometown, I would know where the very best restaurant to take you, and you have that knowledge. So when we take you to these destinations, our guides know the very best places to take you, and that's built in on your tour, and that's what we want our customers to experience. And this is why, Martin, if you go on a Wendy Wu tour, we have such a huge repeat customer base, and it's because they enjoy it so much. You may do your first tour to China or Southeast Asia, India, but our customers are coming back year after year. And I think this is why we are winning so many awards, not just with the travel industry, but we're winning these awards with local publications as well, like the Sunday Times. And it really is down to that feedback. And again, we take that feedback and we constantly improve the tours. And we've worked on some of the tours through lockdown where, things have been changed around a little bit and destinations added on from feedback we've been given.
Wow, wow. Well, while you were telling us all about these amazing destinations, we have had some questions come in. So I think we'll go to the questions now. Let's see what we've got coming up. So first question we've got is from Wendy Patterson. Are they family friendly tours or adults only?
Yeah, again, it's I mean, we can always do a private tour for you, Wendy. So if you have got children, and they're younger children, again, we need to make sure that the tour is right for them. But we could do a private tour for you. The age on our tours is 18. But as I say, we could always look at a private tour for you as well.
Excellent, excellent. There was another question I'm just going to pop up, which I think you've just answered, which was from where is it gone? This one was from Jade. Are the tours accessible?
Yeah, we do put the ratings on, the physical ratings. So we range from a physical rating 1 to a 4. Now a rating of a 1, if you're able to if you're able to walk, you'd be fine on a 1. A 4, you would need to be much more active. If you need accessibility, the best advice I would give you is speak to our experts. Martin would speak through to our experts and our reservation team, and we would be able to guide you with that. Because again, every tour is a little bit different. And if the particular tour wasn't accessible, what we could look at for you, again, is a private tour, and we may leave out things or add things in, but we would look at what your accessibility, what your needs were to make sure that tour was suitable for you.
Brilliant, brilliant. So yeah, Jay, you always come and talk to us, and we'll talk with Wendy Wu and Sandra, and we'll make sure that the tour is good for you and things like that. So a comment from Katie Kendrick. I think Katie's over in Florida. I love China, Japan, and South Korea. Wonderful sights and friendly people. Oh, you're so lucky to go to those places.
Yeah, and you know, I do agree. The people in some of these destinations. My last trip before lockdown was to Southeast Asia, and I shared with you this evening the image of the 2 girls on the riverbank. I mean, it's hard to believe, isn't it, that I took that from an iPhone. And the young girls are playing on the riverbanks, catching toads, and we went to a silk where they're making the silk and they're dyeing it using. I'm echoing. Am I there?
No.
Okay. All right. The dye and the silk from the bark of the trees, but they really wanted to show you what they were doing. They were so friendly. We went through on a rickshaw and they're all waving, and they're really wanting you to enjoy their culture and their country. They're so friendly, and our guides make it as well.
They just want to show you what they're about and their traditions, don't they? It's beautiful. It really is. Seeing how places in the world operate and how their cultures are different. So brilliant. Okay, so there was another question from Jay. Do you have to do the nature and see the animals? Are you able to pick and choose tours when you're...
I mean, some of the tours, for instance, if I talk about China, we do Pursuits of Pandas. So that's very focused on the animals. Everything is, they're in the local habitat. We don't, we don't take you anywhere that's not. And again, on the tours, some tours, for instance, in Japan, the Japanese macaques, because that is a great sight to see included. But if you didn't want to do a certain thing on a tour, you wouldn't have to do it. But the tours are set in order you get the best out of the tours. So again, what would be really important for you is to pick the right tour that visits the places you want to go to. And if there was something you didn't want to do, you could let our guide know, and you don't have to do anything. Does that answer that hopefully for you?
I think it does. I mean, Jade, if you want to know anything, do give us a call and we can go through the tours and get the right one for you. So that's not a problem. And it's about, as you say, you can tailor make it. If you don't want to do things, you don't have to do everything. You put that forward best. And
some tours will be more focused on nature than other tours. You know, there's such a lot of variety of sites. But we will visit, you know, those main sites, but also some of those real unique sites as well. So it is about really making sure you choose the right tour with us and with Martin.
Brilliant. So Ashley, evening Ashley, has asked, he's tempted by, I don't know how to pronounce that now. Come on, Sandra, you're going to be able to pronounce. Is it the Dushangian Panda Reserve?
You did well, Martin.
Can we send him some details? Have you got details on that?
Yeah, and what's great, sorry, I do keep echoing. I can catch up with Martin afterwards, Ashley, and we'll make sure we get you some information over about a tour that may be what you're interested in.
Fabulous. Let's have a look. What else have we got? There's lots of they're coming in thick and fast, these, Sandra. It's great.
It's because do you know, the first tour I ever done, it was quite a lot of years ago, and I did a tour of Sri Lanka, and it was absolutely wonderful. And because you do relax as well, and you just come back, and the experience and the memories and what you will see is just incredible. It really is incredible. A tour is an amazing way to see. And when we look at the likes of Japan uncovered, you know, what is packed into that tour is just so many of the sites in 17 days. You will really feel like you've had a great experience of that fascinating land.
Fabulous. Katie's asked, is this a bus tour? So is it all done in coach or?
No, we use all modes of travel, Katie. So again, we'll use the best mode of travel for the experience. So, you know, we will use buses, but we'll also use bullet trains. And again, if you want any details on the tour, Martin can provide you with a tour dossier, and it'll actually give you a day-by-day step of the tour and everything you'll do on that tour and what the mode of travel will be. So we've got cruising, we've got the trains, we've got coaches, cable cars, rickshaws. You'll experience lots of modes of travel on our tours.
Oh, amazing. Let's just see what else we've got on here. There's one. You're not doing Australia yet, are you? You've got New Zealand, but not Australia. Am I right?
No, we're not doing tours to Australia. We've just brought out the tours to New Zealand. Interestingly, we are a global business, so we actually operate out of Australia, New Zealand, and the UK. But currently, we don't have tours to Australia. But watch this space. Who knows? And Wendy's always really interested in where customers are interested in. So if it's Australia, Jade, I'll feed that back for you.
Lovely. And she did ask
Give me a thumbs up.
She did ask as well about United Arab Emirates and Dubai. You've not got that. They're not with yourselves, are they?
No, not a tour. We could you could do a stopover there. So again, with all of our tours, we're using all airlines. So if you want to stop in Dubai, Singapore, Hong Kong, we can do stopovers for you, but we're not touring in that destination.
Fantastic. Sorry, Sandra. I'm just literally going through all these questions. So, a good one, I suppose, is how are Wendy Wu Tours eco-friendly? You got an eco-friendly policy and things like that at the moment?
Yeah, it's definitely our new ship on the Mekong River. So that is plastic free. And that's definitely something on our tours that we do look at. And just again, whilst we're talking about the environment as well, we've put a lot of measures in place through lockdown also. So again, please go on to, Martin can go onto our website with you and you can see all of our policies we have in place.
Brilliant. And Katie just yes, Martin, please pass on the information. So
we're going to keep Martin busy, aren't we?
like. That's what we like. So, wow. I mean, thank you guys for all your comments. But myself and Sandra, we actually sat and had a look through the tours, and I think Sandra and myself have handpicked some of the best-selling tours, and we're just going to quickly touch on them now and tell you what's out there, because I mean, I'm amazed at some of these, Sandra. I really am.
Absolutely fabulous.
Let's just do old people and technology and see if this works. So let's take that comment off for now. Oh, I've lost. See, technology is not my best point. Right.
Oh, that's
okay.
right.
We need to be on this, I think. Hang on a second. So there we go. We're back. We're back, Sandra. So this one is the wonders of China.
Yeah, so I did touch on that one. It is one of our popular tours because you are really covering all the iconic sites on that. What's great at the moment, as I say, we've got the business class upgrade offer. So with that particular tour, you can do one-way business class for $299, and then you can also a reduced supplement to do return business class. But again, if any of these tours you want the full information on, Martin can provide that tour dossier, and we'll just email it over to you, and it'll take you through that day-by-day step. But on the slide in front of you, you can see the main highlights of that tour, which is covering the fascinating highlights of China.
Oh, I definitely want to do the Great Wall. I mean, you can see it from space, so I just want to see. I just want to see that, and the Terracotta Warriors, because they did tour for a while, didn't they? Through the UK, I think the Terracotta Warriors. You were able to go and stand in a couple of places, or part of them, should I say? Yeah,
they brought them to the museum, and wonderful at our offices in London. We actually have 2 Terracotta Warriors on the door. And even to see one of them is amazing. So I imagine when you see them all together, it's just an amazing sight.
It's one of those memories of a lifetime, isn't it? That will always live with you forever. And
totally.
But this one-way business class. I mean, looking there, it's £299 for business class is amazing. But then if you want to do it both ways, which if I booked and went out business class, I wouldn't want to come back in economy or premium economy. I'd have been spoiled. I'd want to do it both ways,
and why not? We need to treat ourselves at the moment, don't we? So but it is, when you look at what you do pay for business class, this offer makes business class affordable. It's free one way on our India tours. On Japan, it's as low as $199. So we are famous for our business class upgrades, and we only do them at certain times a year. So we've brought them out for this month. So if business class is what interests you, you can lock your tour in with your £99. So do think about that, because we are seeing customers now are gaining confidence, and we're seeing bookings coming in for later this year and into 2022, and we really are now looking at 2023 as well.
Wow. I mean, who to believe? I mean, in travel, we always used to book 18 months in advance, maybe a little bit more, but now we're nearly 2-3 years, aren't we? It's phenomenal. It's such a change in the industry. It's great. So,
I think as well, we probably it's been a strange year, and sad that we haven't been able to travel, but also very sad what's happened in the world. So I think to plan ahead and to look forward to something is wonderful to be able to do.
You do those bucket list trips, definitely. So moving on, we've got the inspiring India with the Bengal tigers, and it's just a bar. The prices are brilliant, $269 for 14 days.
Yeah, and like I said through the presentation this evening, you really have to look at what's included, because you have everything included, and the restaurant cuisine experiences in themselves are amazing. All of the trips are included, all of your local transport included, good standard hotels. So that price is everything. And as I said, if you need a visa, that's included. All our wonderful guides are included. So when you look at the overall price, it really is looking at the value for money on our tours.
Amazing. And again, I mean, £599 return business class to India.
Yeah, or if you didn't pay that return supplement, Martin, you could do it one way free.
Already told you I couldn't do one way. I'd come back in economy and I'd be like, oh no, I don't like it, get me off. So, and our next one that we've picked is Panoramic Peru. Look at that.
I mean, again, another once in a lifetime destination. Yeah, absolutely.
Machu Picchu. I mean, these are just bucket list places, aren't they? And, you know, as you said before, we haven't been able to travel for 12, possibly 18 months, you know, and why not spoil yourself and get one or two of your bucket lists ticked off, you know, with the money that you've saved for, save from not going traveling, and you know, and it's just a bargain. And don't forget, guys, you have got that extra saving this evening of £100 off as well, that Wendy was kindly giving to us with Sandra. So thank you for that, Sandra. We do appreciate that. Well, amazing. I mean, yeah, I'm sat here now just dreaming. My mind's wandering, going, I'd love to be stood there looking there, wouldn't you?
And oh, absolutely. And again, with Machu Picchu, we actually do a 2-day pass in Machu Picchu. You'll find a lot of people are only doing a 1 day. And again, it's, you know, when you're going to visit such places like Machu Picchu, you need that little bit longer there. And again, I did point out the pace and making sure you because it's more expensive when you go to some of these more iconic sites. But it is really important for us that you get the right amount of time there to get the experience that you've gone for.
Fantastic. And then finally on these, our hand-picked offers, is the classic Mekong on the Victoria.
Well, this really was the last trip that I actually done. So I love this area. Southeast Asia is really beautiful. It's so easy to explore, and it's got so many wonderful sites. You know, not only is the anchor, you've got, you know, we do like, you know, wonderful city tours on the back of like a Vespa scooter on a cyclo. And you really will experience these destinations like you're living like a local. There's so many attractions in these areas, but again, we said earlier, the people, the food, the Vietnamese and the Khmer food is delicious, really delicious.
I mean, the cyclo is amazing, isn't it? Because it's like, you've got somebody behind you and you're sat down in a little seat, and the view you'll be getting of the city, oh wow. You know,
unbelievable. And there's some fantastic buildings and attractions to see in these places, and you'll see so much. You really will. But of course, we've got a brand new ship as well, so you've got that lovely relaxing. But every morning when I woke up on the ship, I was so excited because I knew I was seeing somewhere different. And it's so exciting because you're anticipating what you're going to see next, and it always is so different and so so much to experience that you almost can't imagine.
Oh well, they are absolutely amazing. They, you know, the deals we've got there from you guys is absolutely fantastic. Thank you for supporting us by doing that. It's like, wow. So guys, it's been fantastic. I have got 2 more questions that have popped in. So we'll do the last 2 questions. One that I think is quite a nice one, actually. So when you're on the tours, if you go to the restaurants, is it like a set menu that you've got to have X, Y, Z, or do you pick anything in the restaurant that you want to eat?
No, you'll get a choice. We cater for all palates, cuisine. So, you know, for instance, when we go to India, it's not just curry. You know, you will experience all different types of cuisine, and again, we'll accommodate. So if you want it hot or milder, or so, you know, it isn't sort of the hotel buffet. You're going to experience the unique, cuisine in the areas we take you to, and there's a choice in the restaurants as well. The cuisine is a really wonderful part of your tour, and you will really enjoy the food.
Fantastic.
I hope that's answered that, and a really good question. Thank you.
And the last one is, are you only for UK travellers? Now, I know you said you got offices in, is it Australia? You gave me so much information this evening. Australia, London, and
New Zealand. Yeah. So you will find on our tours that you'll generally have Australians, Kiwis, and British on the tours, because of the three countries our offices are based in. So you won't just be with UK travellers. So hopefully that answers that for you, Katie.
Somebody's put, yeah,
Great.
we've got that one for JD, so I'm sure, yeah. Wow, I don't know what to say, Sandra. Thank you for this evening and taking your time out. It is amazing. And guys, thank you for everybody's questions. It's phenomenal, the questions coming through, and they're really good questions as well.
Thank you, because it's great to have those questions, and hopefully I've been able to answer them. But if I've missed anything at all, don't hesitate to get in touch with Martin, who can directly get back in touch with me.
Fantastic. So guys, what another fabulous show we've had this evening. So we're taking you to India, Japan, we've been China, New Zealand, Antarctica. Wow, round the world in 60 minutes.
Wow.
So, guys, thank you for joining in this evening. We really do appreciate it. Hopefully, if you have any questions, just give me a call. You know the number. It's 0161 735 0112. If you are watching this back on catch up, I've got my own channel on YouTube now, Sandra, so they might be watching on catch up. Some of the offers may have changed. So, and Katie, sorry, I'm just going to, Katie, I'll message you privately very shortly. And guys, thank you again. And we're on Facebook. If you want to message us on Facebook, you can email me, martin@theholidayvillage.com, and we will get you on one of these fabulous tours very soon. Sandra, I'm eternally grateful. I just say thank you for your time. And if you want to come back, we'll get you back to tour, go into a bit more detail about some of the tours in April, maybe. Guys, thank you. I'm going to say goodbye for now. Don't forget, if you have any other questions, do pop them. We do keep an eye on any other questions. And thanks for joining us. Bye-bye for now, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
I can't even see where my hand is. Bye.